Vi er rejst til Manchester for at finde ud af, hvorfor det egentlig er så dyrt at få en uddannelse der, i forhold til herhjemme i Danmark. Vi har spurgt nogle mennesker på gaden, om de synes det er dyrt at få en uddannelse i Manchester.
It is expensive now, yes, yeah.
Yeah, it's far too expensive what it is.
I'd definitely say it is.
Yeah, way expensive, yeah.
Certainly is, yeah, definitely.
I think it's quite expensive in this country to get an education. I'm trying to study here.
It's too expensive. I've got a student loan that doesn't cover, so I work about 30 hours a week at the same time. So I'm about £1,500 short on rent every year, and then I've still got food costs. So if you get the smallest loan, then yeah.
Vi er nu rejst videre til Liverpool for at spørge Keith, som er en professor inden for dokumentarfilm, om hans syn på uddannelse i Manchester.
Well, the education in England is very expensive compared to, say, somewhere like Denmark where it's free. But it used to be free in this country. But the government decided that they wanted 50% of young people, 18 years old, they wanted to come to university. Before that, there was only maybe 5-10% who would come to university of 18-year-old people. But the government increased the amount of numbers to come to university, so they needed money to pay for lecturers, for new buildings like this. So they introduced the fees maybe 10-15 years ago. They started quite low and now they've got higher and higher. So it costs per year to do a bachelor's is £9,000, which is 90,000 crowns per year for 3 years. And the government give a loan to the student, and then when you leave and get a job and you earn a certain amount of money, you then start to pay it back. For some students who are from a more poor background, there is some help where they can get what we call a grant. A grant means they will give you some money that you don't have to pay back, but it's not much. In my view, it's very difficult for poor people to come to university. I think a figure is maybe if your parents' combined income is, I think, around less than £20,000 per year, so that's maybe 200,000 crowns per year, then you would get some help. But it's still not a lot. They don't. You don't get all your fees paid for. You just get some help. They call it a hardship fund, but it might only be a few £100, maybe 2,000 crowns per year or something like that. So it's still not good for poor students.
Efter at have hørt Keith udtale sig om uddannelse i Manchester, så vil vi gerne vide, hvorfor nogle danskere vælger at uddanne sig i England frem for Danmark.
Det er sådan, i England, der har de ikke særlig mange små ferier. Det er ikke sådan noget påskeferie og vinterferie og sådan noget. De har en lang sommerferie, hvor de simpelthen tager hjem og tjener penge. Og det gør jeg også, og så havde jeg børneopsparing. Jeg valgte at studere i England, fordi de havde en anderledes uddannelse i forhold til, hvad man tilbyder i Danmark. Jeg ville gerne have en kreativ uddannelse, og i Danmark var det meget fokuseret på, at man skulle gå på Danmarks Designskole. Det også var super fint, men i England var de langt længere fremme. Og så derfor valgte jeg det herover, også fordi jeg synes, det var kulturen over tilbud, eller hvad der gjorde, at man kunne være mere kreativ, hvis det var det, man ville arbejde med. Man kunne frit spil, altså der var ikke nogen, der sagde, det kan ikke lade sig gøre, eller det har vi aldrig gjort før, eller det plejer vi ikke at gøre. Men det var sådan en god idé, gør det, og så gik man bare i gang. Og det var ret fedt at opleve.
Well listen, thanks for coming everyone. I hope you have a great time.